A year ago, we said goodbye from this magical place, beneath the Poseidon Temple at Capusugno, Greece. Just 30 minutes from Athens, this stretch of coastline is the perfect location to set out from to explore the Greek islands. And what a better way to do it than with a fast, safe and comfortable rib? Greek boat builders are at forefront of ribs production. From open to cabin cruiser, inboard and outboard, there's a plenty of choice. The second edition of the Olympic Yacht Show, the most important boat show in Greece, is the perfect occasion to admire them in person and know all their secrets.
You have so many reasons to buy a super rib. Design, luxury, speed, and of course, all the commodity to go from another island to another in less than 1 hour. This is the second Olympic Yacht Show, the biggest floating event here in Greece. This year we have more than 70 companies and more than 100 vessels focused in super ribs, day boats, and of course in other categories such as crossover.
A luxury rib, first of all, needs to be able to be versatile and accommodate the same passengers while traveling and at rest. Meaning that everybody should be able to sit looking forward while traveling, but when it's time to stop and be an anchorage, to entertain all the passengers at the same time. We always need to emphasize on the finishing of the yacht, of the luxury rib, and on the equipment that usually installed, and to be able to accommodate the needs of the clients. Finishing is highly important for the rib to be able to perform impeccably in rough weather and in high seas. This year we present our flagship model, the Olympic Rib 45 SRC. In this exhibition we'll have it with the stern drive version and with the outboard version. Basically this is a new proposal from our company. We are able to transport 14 passengers while looking forward, but at the same time offer 2 different entertainment areas for all 14 passengers. In the aft we have can I show? Yeah. In the aft we have a versatile deck where there is a U-shaped sofa, while at rest with with fully recessed tables that rise on demand. But when traveling, all the tables get fully recessed, and the side seats they come up. That way you can maximize your passenger capacity. Also, there's a full double cabin in the midsection, and in the fore there is a sun lounge area with another recessed table, doubling up on the overall capacity. In both versions, the boat performs amazingly in rough weather. Of course, in the outboard version, we can reach up to 65 knots with triple installation, or we can install even quads. And on the stern drives, you can actually get a way better, with the diesel engines, you get a way better consumption and a more sturdy ride.
Super ribs, luxury ribs, and especially this kind of market come along with super yachting. The truth is that the Greek shipyards, they have created a trend for the super rib and the chase boat.
The Greek market definitely has changed a lot in the recent years, and there is more and more interest in coming in new boats, and particularly boats, we call them rib boats. And there is also a lot of interest, and the size of the rib boats is becoming more and more bigger. We see more and more super yachts needing to have chase boats, It's becoming more of a tradition to have a chase boat even on super yachts, even in smaller boats. We are seeing owners with boats of 60, 70 or 80 feet that are requesting for chase boats. And we also see a lot of independent users of rib boats doing a lot of island hopping and day cruises. The Anvera 58 it's a very unique concept which was developed back in 2015. It's definitely not a rib. It's a yacht of 58 feet, 17 meters. We call it crossover because it covers the needs of both rib owners needing to grow bigger and also to people that want to use a yacht the way they use a rib, having all the facility and the length and the comfort of a bigger yacht. The crossover is definitely the next step to a person that owns already a big rib and wants to remain in the, let's say, rib type of yacht. When you want to grow, you have to move to this type of boat, staying, let's say, in the rib environment. So it's a normal and regular evolution of this.
Zephyrus, the Greek god of the wind, was Poseidon's son, and as we know in all the families, relatives do not always get along. It would take a rib to make peace between them. By the way, the latest generation of ribs allow you to cope with the most challenging weather conditions.
Our boats are high-performance boats, actually, and because of their design, and especially for their hull design, because we have 4 steps under the hull, that creates a film between the sea and the hull, so there is less drag, let's say. So the fuel consumption is lower and the speed is higher. Our boats are constructed in Greece, but 90% of our boats are sold abroad, usually as tenders to big yachts or as a pleasure boats in other countries like Turkey, Miami, Israel, Spain, Germany. And now we're expanding also in other countries too. So here these days in Olympic Yacht Show we display our 42NC, it's a 12-meter boat with a cabin. This one is a 38NC, and also our 10-meter boat, the 34NC. These are our 3 main boats that we can sell this year.
Nowadays, all the super yachts or mega yachts and especially the charter yachts, they must have a chase boat in order to visit in one day many islands. That's why charter market is combined with this industry.
I think the more and more people like luxury ribs as super yacht tenders because it's a very comfortable and easy way to transport people around. You can have an excellent experience as a day boat. It's much simpler to move around instead of having small tenders, and in general it gives a much more valuable experience to your guests. We've seen in the past few years that we get a very big demand from yacht owners from, let's say, 70, 80 feet up to 200 for this type of ribs. So a boat about 10 meter long, which can accommodate 8 to 10 people for either a day trip or night transfers. In general, I see that this is it's a very interesting part of the business now, and of course I think we're very well positioned to cater to this business as we build highly customized tenders. We build limo tenders, and generally I feel that the larger the boat, the mothership, the more customization the owners need. I think the trend lately is people definitely prefer to have outboard engines. They like to have joysticks, thrusters, more high-powered sound systems. In general, I feel that there's a change in terms of a few years ago, people want to have a lot more comfort in the boat, so that's why we have to install more space for sun lounging, more refrigerators, and generally a lot of gadgets like large screens, night vision cameras. I think people really want to have as many gadgets as possible.
We have given you a detailed overview of the Greek rig segment here at the Olympic Yacht Show 2022. See you in the next episode of Minute of Sand.